Welcome back to the YouTube channel, Golden Gamers. We're presenting you a new take on your favorite podcast, the Podcast of the People, Radio Melee, with Radio Melee off air. And the first pilot guest, everyone give a big round of applause for the Crimson Blur. Thank you so much for joining us today, Blur.
Yeah, the Crimson Blur! Woo! People love Blur!
Let's go, Blur. Everyone at home cheering, screaming, smashing chairs and controllers. They're so excited about Blur.
They've destroyed all their own property, that's right.
Yeah. The goal for this sort of podcast or spin-off of Radio Melee. I mean, yeah, we always got the goals here. Golden Guardians, you know what I mean? Sorry, you don't have to laugh. Anyways, proceed. It's supposed to be a more intimate kind of peel back the curtain and see the kind of discussions that go on between the greatest minds of the game and the Crimson Blur. So thank you guys for joining us, and we hope that you like what you see, and if not, leave it in the comments and tell us what you think we can improve on, what you think we did well. Your feedback goes a long way, so thank you guys for joining us.
I realize I have to beat 30 games a year in order to be competitive on this
30
list.
games a year?
How many games did you put on this list, Blur?
A lot of games are on this list.
What's the best game on the list that you haven't played so far?
This is like an interrogation.
Well, hang on, no.
30 games is a lot. It's so many games.
What's the best game? What's the best game or the most highly reputed game on that list that you haven't played so far, Blur?
I want to open this list up. But dude, there's so many good games I haven't played. You have to understand.
Name one. Name one game that you think is going to be dope that you haven't played yet.
Dude, honestly,
I can give you one right now for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Nier Replicant. Nier Replicant came out a month or two ago.
Oh,
I haven't
I
gotten
haven't
around to
played.
playing it yet.
I haven't played Automata. I haven't played you're going way too.
Okay. Well, then here, second part of my question. Second half of my question.
I haven't finished Majora's Mask.
What is
bro.
the
like
worst
I haven't
game? I actually haven't played. I haven't played Majora's Mask.
I haven't either. So because I wanted to ask what the point of doing this is, but is the point at the end to make a top 10 list?
Well, I actually have when I made my list of games I've beaten, I made a score next to it of rough score of what I think of it.
Would you say this is definitive, this number?
Yeah, it's just like the Blur number.
Mhm.
But I think it'd be dope
sounds
to
definitive.
share it as an old man handing the information down to the young
Why don't you publish
gamers of the
this
world.
Why do you make a blog and blog?
I might. That's actually not a bad idea. 30 games a year, because I think that's what you need. So, okay, I opened up my list of some of the games that I haven't beaten yet. I haven't beat Breath of the Wild. I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I have to go through the Prime games, Metroid Primes. I played the first one, but I did Halo 1 and 2. I haven't done Halo 3. I know I need to do a lot of the Mario games, bro. I got decently far in Odyssey and I stopped. A lot of games I stop. I don't know
Why do you stop? Do you just get
Blur?
bored? Do you start another game? Do you have to talk to Kadoran about how to run tourneys? And Marth?
Stuff like that. I guess I'm weak, if that's what you'd say, dude.
I don't think you're weak. I think you're built different. Did you get to the city?
I was right before the city. I saw the city.
Oh, you gotta get to the city, Blur. The city is the best part of Odyssey. That's the best.
Dude, the problem was I collected literally
I know,
everything in
but
every
you
region
gotta
I was in.
Well,
and that was a
gotta go to
mistake
the
in that game. That was an absurd mistake in that game. And that was what I learned.
You got to go to the city, Blur. The city's
gotta
so
go to the
lit
city.
in Odyssey. The city is when you get hooked. You're like, oh, this game's actually.
It's actually fire.
Yeah, you got to get to the
well,
city. I said the same thing to Scar. Scar dropped the game before the city. New Donk City or whatever it's called. I think it's called New Donk City. It's named after Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And I told him, give it a chance until the city. And he brought his Switch with him on a flight, and he played up to the city. And he said, you know what? You're right. This game is really fun now that I got to the city. And then I think he finished it.
Dude,
You just got to get to the city.
I also have this weird thing that happens to me sometimes when a game is too good and I put it down. So I know that sounds weird.
Wait, does that mean you're having fun or you're like, I can't have this much fun? What does that mean?
I don't remember what movie this is from, but someone is a big fan of Ozzy Osbourne, and they are like, bro, I can't listen to Ozzy Osbourne right now because I can't give this the respect it deserves. And I felt like one of the reasons why I never finished Resident Evil 4 was because I liked it so much. I was like, yo, this game is one of the best games I've ever played.
You wanted to be in the perfect state of mind to sit down every time you play.
Every time I needed the conditions to be perfect because I knew that this would be memorable. I'd have so much. I like video games a lot. If you can't tell by the way I'm talking, right? And I'm just like, I need the environment to be right. Sometimes it's easier for me to crank out a game that's kind of mediocre and just be like, whatever. Let's just finish it. I just want to finish it. Let's just go. You know? That is when it's so good that I like want to be like, I want to have my sleep in. I want to feel like, I'm giving it the respect it deserves. I'm paying attention. Like when a good album comes out, right? Like a good album, you want to lay down in a chair or in a bed, put good headphones on, and listen to it. It feels like the same thing. You want to actually pay attention. Whereas a a popcorn flick versus like real cinema, you have a mood for it.
Do you feel like if you played more of these 20, 30-hour games, you'd be a better Marth?
Depends. It depends on the game.
Do you think that these games are holding back so many Marths from getting top 20?
Bro, so Kadoran watched Radio Melee and he said, you know what? He just DM'd me right now. He's like,
yeah,
you know what? It makes sense, Blur, that you're bad at rhythm games because I've noticed that your timing is bad. I was like, bro.
He said that?
Yeah, he's like,
it sounds like something Kadoran would say. He does just love. He loves going for the jugular. That's Kadoran's favorite thing.
I've noticed your timing, your rhythm is bad. Makes sense. You're bad at rhythm games. It's like, bro, that's a deep cut. You didn't have to do that.
Hey, Blur, I have a question for you. When are we going to? I asked you this off the air, but well, I guess we're still off the air because this is off air. But when are we going to first to 5 Marthados?
Oh, okay. I'll repeat my answer.
Yeah,
we have to first do against your Fox mains first because I believe that's a respectable thing to do.
I'm down. I'll start with my Fox. But if I win with Fox, no, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Why is that the respectable thing?
I'd want your Falco and your Marth first, Kevin. It doesn't matter who you are. And then you can power down as necessary.
Oh, I actually have a story about this. This reminds me. I have an old buddy from Hawaii. He's a yellow Mario player named Gene. And Gene was really excited because he went to his first major. I don't remember which major it was. And he said he got on a setup with PP. And he was like really excited. He's like, I'm going to get to play PP. He's probably going to beat me up, but whatever. I'm excited to play PP. And then apparently he locked in Mario. And then PP said, oh, Mario. And then Mario did him.
That sounds like what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, that was kind of cool. But so I got to play PP, but I only got to play as Mario. But I think you probably still beat him with the Mario, so whatever.
But I mean,
how many people get to say they Mario did a PP?
Schools of thought.
Right?
There are two.
That's what I was.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I don't really consider that. I just get excited. I'm like, oh boy, I love Mario Dittos. That's all I think about.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're fun. I think it's cool to hit another Mario with Mario because there's just some cool, goofy combos you can do to each other. And then you're just wooing all the time while you're jumping around. It's great. Yeah. I love the noises. But I think there are two schools of thought when it comes to like these challenge type of matches. And I think one is, do you say, oh, like if you get past these characters, then you can play the mains. And then there's the other type that's like, all right, well, I'll show you the respect up front, the mains, and then we'll see where it goes from there. And I really kind of think like, depending on how you approach it, I think both are valid. And I don't always think that about these sorts of things, but
I like this.
I feel like there's something cool about the progression of like you beat the other characters. Yeah. It's like I'm sure Blur's been playing some RPGs. He loves the stories and he's like, all right, well, you level up, you dunk on some of the other characters, you earned your EXP, and now you're on to the late game, you're on to the other bosses. And so I always now granted, I love the main stuff up front, don't get me wrong, I love that as much as anyone else, but there is something satisfying about making sure that you say, okay, look, don't hit me with this other nonsense. I'm here for the real stuff. Give me what I'm after. So I kind of like that Blur and Toph are looking for this Marth Ditto. I think there's something
right.
Cool
we are
about
both
that.
looking for it.
Yeah, there's something cool about that. That's almost like
that. Blur, I think you should Marth Ditto be first. I think if you beat my Marth, then you get my mains.
You're getting stat checked in the Marth Ditto.
Dude, okay. What's stupid about this though is like
in fact, you should.
When we play Fox Marth or Sheik Marth, like it won't be. I think the problem, Kevin, is
don't throw me into your drama,
Zeke,
Chris.
You trying to Marth Ditto Blur, Zeke?
Yeah, of course. I'm always on Marth Ditto Blur. It's on my bucket list.
I would love that. Please keep the mics on during that one.
The thing is, I think main to main we'd have good matches. I think
Well, I
Martha
think
would
we
probably
would. I
have good
think we would
matches.
have
You
good
don't-
matches.
Wait, you
I'm
don't-
not asking about good matches. I'm asking about good Marthedos.
Blair,
That's
do
what
you
I'm asking
not like Marth Dittos? Are you worried about the Marth Ditto?
what are you worried about? Yeah.
noticing a little hesitation.
I feel like you're a little worried. I do
Actually,
feel like there's a
yes.
little bit of worry coming
Yes.
out of you.
I'm just gonna be honest. Maybe for the
Yeah.
first time in my life, yes, because that's one of my worst matchups.
Oh, is it
I'm
really?
so bad at the Martha. I'm so bad.
It's tough because Toph can also go red Marth. That can be very confusing.
I'm not gonna go Red Marth.
You
Okay.
can't go red Marth, bro.
Well, you can color glitch. You actually can.
The,
I
the
know
only
you
person, the only person who can go red Marth against me is Ken. We know this.
I bet
That's
Zain.
the
I bet Zain could go red Marth against you.
No, he can't. He can't.
Would you? Would you? If
we've already
Zain
talked
sits
about
on a set, if Zain sits on a setup before you and he
plays
picks red Marth,
No, he switches for me.
does he? Do you?
Does he?
So does he
He's
switch,
done
or do you have to tell him to switch? Do you look at him like?
Does
what
he
do you-
switch as a joke?
No, he switches for me.
Does he switch as a
When
joke?
did this happen? So this sounds like it's happened. When did this
It
happen?
sounds like it's
You
happened.
guys-
I
you
think
have, like
Zain
a
did it.
specific instance of this
I think
happening.
Zain
but you
might have
just
done
sound
it
so
multiple times.
confident. I'm just curious.
We've played a couple times, dude.
When?
This is a.
What color does he go? What color? Help me
There's an
visualize it.
order to these things, huh?
What color does he go? Just help me visualize this.
He goes white, I think. Yeah.
You guys know
Yeah,
Zayn
there's
started
that.
as a white Marth, right?
He did start
Oh.
Tekken's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tekken's.
Tekken's. Yeah,
that's
Tekken's a white
right.
Marth.
That's right. So he's used to it. Look,
Well,
against Ken, I put my hands up. I'm like, look, you played Red Marth before I played Red Marth. You made a name for it. But if you have someone who already is established as a player of that color, you have to show the OG some respect.
What if he
That's
changed his
how it
name to
goes.
the Crimson Zayn? Would you get off red for him?
That's a good question.
If he changed his tag to a shout out to me, like, in general, I think that wouldn't change this particular thing, but it would make me very happy.
Excellent way to read the room, Toph. Great
Zeke's about to
transition.
tell you about it.
Yeah, into a little game we like to call L or R around here. It was a big hit with Toph and Scar when we did it the first time. And I figured since we had one of the most controversial figures in the Melee community on, what better game to play? We're going to give you a slide with two options, and then you're going to go to bat for whichever side you think is superior in of the two, right? So just a couple slides, just get the blood flowing, the juices in the brain. All right, I figured we'd start off with a little light one here. I figured we had to pay homage to the Marth main, who really just started it all up there with the Ken. The most satisfying combo finisher, is it the Ken combo, which is option L, or the Falco Suicide Dare, which is option R? State your claim.
This is pretty obvious. The Ken combo. The reason is because you're playing Marth. That's the entire reason.
Blur, if someone were to make the argument that the Falco Dare were more suicide, were better because Falco pushes buttons and therefore he is cool, what would you say to them?
Falco is so cool, but I am obligated to prefer Marth.
All right, as resident TO expert on the matter, which rule would be better to implement? Would it be the ledge grab limit, option L, or the 6-minute timer, option R?
Well, we already made the ledge grab limit a rule, and it's
Did
already
we?
a thing. Yeah, it's in the rules.
What's the limit?
60.
60. Yeah.
60.
So that's already a rule, and I voted yes on it. So
I was just going to ask for a final vote on which you would rather implement. Let it be
I'm
known
L.
that whoever created these slides did not know that it was already in the rules, so I thought it was still up for debate. Whoever did this is very dumb. Probably also handsome as well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So yeah, let me get an L or R.
I'm an L.
no.
I'm R.
Ooh.
In fact, I think it should be a 5-minute timer.
Oh!
I think the gameplay will change, and I think it will only change for the better.
You might be right. That's the crazy part. You might be right.
You guys ready for a more fun slide?
Here we go.
All right.
This was pretty fun.
Better Fox combo video. We've got two classics here. We've got Shine Blind and Perfect
Oh
Dark.
man.
I think the best combo video of all time is Perfect Dark, so I'm gonna go with R. This is easy for me. Actually.
This is hard.
You know, I
Shine
almost made this
Blind,
one.
I'm gonna
I almost made this one more influential Fox combo video, but I feel like you by default have to give it to Shine Blind. No,
Shine Blind is more influential. For
It's
but
more influential.
yeah, so I went with better. So you're free to voice your opinions on this one.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Perfect Dark is definitely better. It's not even better. I mean, it's this is something.
Yeah, I mean, it's
this
like
is-
it happened later, so like the stuff was
It's
just higher
better.
quality.
It's just better.
But-
Yeah.
I
This-
love how you screen grabbed the typo, even the fastest players.
Yeah, of
That's
course,
just
it's iconic. On to the fourth slide. The better commentary meme moment, more memorable, lives in your head rent free. Wombo combo, or did he just walk up slowly and down smash?
L.
Wombo combo, baby. Wombo combo just it's. I think Digi Just is hilarious, and I love it.
Hilarious.
But when I think of great commentary moments, I often lean towards the hype more than to the hilarious. Like hilarious is cute and fun, but like Wombo combo, like if I wanted to show someone Melee and convince them why it's a cool community and a cool game, and I only had like 50 seconds to do it or whatever, that's the video I show them.
And you also cut out the part where they reference Bobak.
Nah, that's fine.
Nah, I keep it.
Yeah, okay, we'll keep that.
Right, and we've got one final one for you. This one hurt a little bit to put together, but I feel like it's important, especially given how recent it was. Better Mango Losers Run. We got Pound 3 and
man.
Summit 11.
Oh man.
Okay. So I think the thing it's obviously Pound 3, especially when you list it out, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing to remember is that Mango and Summit 11 is the favorite in all but the Zain sets.
All but the Zain sets. He's
Right?
He's the favorite.
Like, he should beat Moki. I mean, that doesn't make it less impressive.
The Plup one, he did lose the Plup, and I think he struggles with Sheik a little bit more, so that is more interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just the Pound 3, man. Like he struggled with a lot of those players. Like even when he was at Pound 4 and I beat Chu with Falco, he was like, oh wow, maybe I'm gonna go Falco against Chu from now on, because like he just really didn't like. He went game 3 with Chu at Pound 4 with his
every
Plup.
time. Yeah.
Like
We're
he
talking
always
about-
struggled. So like
We're
I
talking
mean,
about a
yeah, it's
16-year-old traveling across the country, being the best players in the world, where he was like literally the underdog in pretty much all of those sets.
Cool. Well, that ends the game of L or R. Thank you guys so much for letting me occupy part of your Radio Melee filming session. I appreciate
course,
you guys
yeah.
having me. Hope you guys
Good to
enjoyed
have
the
you.
game.
good to have you with us.
I loved the game. And now
It's
maybe
a lot of
that's
fun.
one more game that Blur can tick off on his list of
Yes.
yeah. On his
Like,
games that he wanted to
Does
play.
it count? Yes, sure. Why not? I need 30, bro. It's a tough number to reach.
All right. Well, that was off air for the week. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot of fun for us. Great to have our first guest on, the Crimson Blur. Thank you for coming by, Blur.
I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on Radio Melee, having me on this. Thank you, Golden Guardians, for supporting the scene. And, I'll come back anytime. Literally just have to message me and I'll probably say yes. I love talking about Melee and I love talking to you guys.
We'll be in touch.
All right.
You
You guys ready? You guys ready for the one take wonder?
Let's do it, Zeke. Nail it, brother.
All right. Ahem. All right.